The wedding invite came with a contract. When I opened my sister Jane's wedding invitation, I expected the usual: date, time, location, maybe a cute engagement photo. Instead, I found a full-on contract printed on cream linen cardstock like it was a summons to court. The wedding was going to be in Italy. Beautiful, sure, but the invite included a mandatory guest experience package for $3,000 per person. This wasn't a gift registry or donation request. It was required, and that wasn't even the worst part. Buried in the fine print, an NDA. Every guest had to sign a non-disclosure agreement to attend. We weren't allowed to post photos online, mention how much anything cost, or talk about anything that might misrepresent the couple's brand. If you broke the rules, legal action. I called Jane thinking it had to be a joke. It wasn't. Her fiancé Evan said it was just a precaution to protect their image. He worked in some vague influencer-adjacent space. Fitness coaching meets crypto advice meets lifestyle brand. He didn't have a real job, but he did have a podcast no one asked for, and a cult following of bros who quoted him like scripture. When I refused to sign the NDA, the group chat lit up. Uncle Rick called it the most entitled garbage he'd ever seen. Cousin Melissa dropped out the same day. More followed. One by one, family started backing away. That's when Evan sent me a 10-paragraph message on Facebook titled Re-Loyalty. It read like a guilt trip written by a motivational speaker. Told me I was abandoning my blood over a piece of paper, and that true family supports without conditions. My mom begged me to reconsider for Jane's sake. She said it was just one day and I should suck it up. But this wasn't about a party anymore. Something about the way Evan spoke for Jane, the way he was pushing so hard, it didn't sit right. Then the financial chaos started. Turns out, Evan expected all of his groomsmen to buy $800 designer suits out of pocket, with no assistance. 3 dropped out. His best man quietly backed away. Vendors began bailing. First the florist, then the caterer. The venue started threatening to cancel due to late payments. Evan's parents were furious. Apparently, they'd been covering most of the bills and were now drowning in cancellation fees. Jane tried calling me, crying, saying everything was falling apart and Evan was blaming her family for sabotaging the wedding. She offered to pay for my entire trip just to get me there. I asked, is the NDA still required? She hesitated. Yes. Evan says it's non-negotiable. That's when I knew this wasn't about a wedding. It was about control. Then it got worse. Evan began privately messaging family members behind Jane's back, telling them Jane was weak, too attached to her toxic family, and that she wasn't ready to be a real wife. Screenshots started leaking into the group chat. What he said about Jane, his own fiancé, was vile. She's spineless. I'm marrying her because she's easy to control. She listens to her sister like a dog waiting for a treat. It's pathetic. Those messages shattered something. When Jane saw them, I watched the shift in her happen in real time. Like she'd finally looked at him without the filter of love or fear. For the first time, she saw what we all saw. The manipulation, the isolation, the power games. That same night, Evan gave her an ultimatum. Choose me or your meddling family. Real wives back their husbands. She didn't cry, didn't argue. She left, packed a bag, got on a flight back home. She called off the wedding the next morning. The event collapsed like a house of cards. Evan was left trying to explain to what few guests remained why the bride had vanished. He went on an unhinged rant on Instagram, talked about how he wasted years on someone who didn't deserve him, and how fake friends and family always reveal themselves. 3 months later, he got engaged again, to a woman Jane had always suspected. Turns out, Jane was right. Evan had been emotionally cheating for months. Late night texts, secret meetups, the whole thing. All that talk about loyalty and NDAS, just a smokescreen for his own betrayal. The best part, that new engagement, it didn't last. 6 months in, she dumped him, saw through his crap fast, and publicly called out his manipulation tactics. He hasn't posted since. Jane's in therapy now, healing, reconnecting with friends he made her cut off. She says it's like waking up from a fog. She's even started dating again, someone who actually listens to her and respects her boundaries. No contracts, no NDAS, just mutual respect. Sometimes the best wedding gift you can give someone is helping them realize they shouldn't be getting married at all. And family? Real family doesn't come with legal disclaimers.